Well, good evening and welcome to the Estadio do Rio Ave. I'm Joe Mills for this Primeira Liga game here in Portugal. It's Rio Ave against Sporting Lisbon. It's 12th against 3rd, and the two sides coming into this, well, Rio, they got a 0-0 draw at home against Gil Vicente in their last outing. Sporting, of course, 5-1 winners, a thumping 5-1 away win at Vitória Guimarães. So they are riding high. They have an opportunity to go into second spot tonight. Of course, Porto running away with the league at the moment, but they can leapfrog Benfica into that second spot. For Rio, it's a season of consolidation as far as they're concerned. No changes made by them, just the two for Sporting. Diamande and Guilherme come into the side. De Bast is out injured and Catarmo drops to the bench. These two sides have met 56 times in all competitions, and it's safe to say that Sporting very much have the edge in this fixture, with 37 wins to Rio's 7 and just the 12 draws. And in fact, when they met in the reverse fixture back in December, just 3 days after Christmas last year, Sporting ran out 4-0 winners on that occasion. So our referee is João Goncalves ahead of tonight's game, and now I can give you the team news. So Sotiris Siladopoulos, the Rio Ave manager, goes with a 4-4-2 formation. Poet Mister, the Pole, is in goal. A back four of the captain, Marios Vrusai, Pancho Petrasso, Gustavo Mancha and Nelson Abbey. Across the middle, Dario Spicic, Tamas Nikica, Ryan Guilherme and Diogo Bezerra, and Tamble Montero and Yelan Blessa are the two up front. On the bench for Rio is the keeper, Enio van der Houw. Then we've got Andreas and Toy, Antonis Papakanalos, Yao Tome, Jakob Brabec, Georgios Livas, Julian Loboto, Omar Richards and Ole Polman. Rui Borges goes with a 4-2-3-1. Rui Silva is in goal, a back four of Eduardo Quaresma, Usman Diamande, the captain Gonçalo Inácio and Maxi Araujo. The two holding are Daniel Bragança and Hidemasa Morita. In front of them, Luis Guilherme, Francisco Trincao and Pedro Goncalves, and Luis Suarez is the lone striker. On the bench for Sporting, Yao Virginia, the keeper, and we've got Giovanni Quenda, Jenny Catarmo, Georgi Kochorashvili, Suleimani Fay, Salvador Blopa, Eduardo Felicimo, Rafael Nel and Ricardo Mangas. So those are the two teams ahead of kick-off tonight here at the Estadio do Rio Ave. And Sporting, as I say, currently sitting in third place in the Primeira Liga table right now, and they'll be looking to of course get the win here tonight. They've got a great record against Rio, and they'll certainly be confident of getting the job done tonight and trying to, as I said, displace Benfica, who are in that second spot coming into the game this evening. Porto, of course, they're comfortably ahead on 85 points, and there are only 2 games remaining, this being one of them, so it is a straight shootout for that second spot. Benfica on 76 points, Sporting also on 76 points, and then there's an eye-watering 19-point gap between 3rd and 4th, which is Sporting Braga on 57 points. Rio on 35 points, they're comfortable. Anything to do with the drop, they'll be perfectly fine. So in terms of this game, there's not much riding on it for them, but certainly there is for Sporting coming into tonight's game. And of course Benfica are also in action tonight against Sporting Braga, so you know, by the end of this evening there could be a swap between 2nd and 3rd. So we're just waiting for the teams to come out now for this Primeira Liga game. Of course, there were, fixtures just short of the weekend, so it has been a very quick turnaround for some of these teams as we sort of head into the business end of the season. So the teams making their way out onto the pitch shortly, and Rio and in the home strip, playing in this rather small, quaint little stadium. It's only a 5,000-seater stadium. So okay, sorry for the little break there. We just had a few little issues, but we're now almost ready for kick-off here between Rio Ave and Sporting Lisbon. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company this evening. And we've still got some remnants of daylight ahead of us here. This tiny, tiny little ground. There's actually no stand. There's only one stand on this ground. It is quite extraordinary. I'm not quite sure why they're actually playing it at this stadium, because they do have another stadium, but they're playing it here this evening. It is a strange decision, I must admit, but there you go. Anyway, Sporting are in the traditional green and white stripes coming into the game this evening, and Rio all in black ahead of kick-off tonight. We're just waiting for the game to get underway now, and we are in fact underway. And there's a long ball downfield initially, and it's cleared away over to that left-hand side, and headed away over to, I think there's actually a lot of building work going on at this stadium right now. So anyway, it is a free throw-in over on that far side to Sporting Lisbon. Inside the first minute. Throw goes down that right-hand flank, and Rio come away with the ball, but it's gone out for a throw-in over on that far side. Rio playing from left to right in this first half. They do have that throw-in, and throw comes in into centre field, and then it's over on that far left-hand side. It goes out for a throw-in once again. So throwing over, way over on that far side. Ball comes in there again, and then it's hacked towards the middle of the field now. Attempt on goal there from Sporting, and I think it takes a deflection and goes out for a corner off Bragança. And so an early effort there from Sporting Lisbon, and ball goes out over on that far side, so it will be a corner for Sporting Lisbon. The early stages of this competition this evening, and right now standing over the ball, Francisco Trincao. Ball is whipped in towards the near post, but it's headed out by Suarez, so it will be another corner for Sporting. And in fact, it's Brazeira, beg your pardon, who is taking this corner. Ball is whipped in again towards the near post, and this time it's headed out for a throw-in. Ball comes in quickly. Now over on that far side, it goes out for a throw-in. And in fact, You'll have to forgive me. It's Sporting are actually in the black kit tonight, and Rio are in the green and white. That's what threw me, because Sporting normally are in the green and white. So anyway, they come away with the ball now. Not been an easy start to this game. Apologies, and we've just had a few little issues. And now the ball is in centre field along the back four here with Ousmane Diomande. And it comes out to Quaresma. Now it's back towards that back line, but they lose the ball inside their own half here. It falls on the edge of the centre circle. Then it comes out to Špikić, the Croatian, over on that far right-hand side. He will roll this back to Vrusai, the captain. And now Petrasso, as it comes across the back four. Now Nelson Abbey, the Englishman, feeds it down that left-hand side. And again, Rio forced to play the ball back towards their own goal, and in fact it is turned towards the keeper. Mista, the Polish goalkeeper, his long clearance downfield elicits a foul on Tamble Montero, so it will be a free kick to Rio Ave, just shy of the halfway line. And, it's taken quickly, goes back into their own half. They have it at the back. The keeper comes out of his area again, puts it across out to this near left-hand side. Abbey with the long ball and through the middle here. The chase is on, but it's tidied up at the back there by Diomande, but not very well. Rio have it again. They get the ball to the byline on this near side. Ball into the back post, and a header comes in, and it's gone wide of that right-hand post. So first real opportunity there, going for the home team. Everybody was onside. Good ball chipped in towards the back post. And I think we've got a clearing header there from the captain, Iniacho. So it will be a corner to Rio over on that far right-hand side. In fact, no, it went over the top of Iniacho and off the head of Tamble Montero. So the goal kick is taken quickly. And Sporting will look to bring the ball forward now. They chip the ball out to this left-hand side. That's a good ball. Now, Guilherme into centre field, gets the return ball. Ball in from the edge of the penalty area on that left-hand side, but it's cleared away by Rio from inside the penalty area, but they're still not out of danger yet as they try and work the ball away from the edge of the penalty area, and they've done that with considerable aplomb down that far right-hand side. And in fact, they've given away a throw-in there. They thought they'd won the throw-in off Diogo Bezerra, the Brazilian. But it will be a throw to Sporting over on that far side. Maxi Araujo will be the man to take it. Try and get the ball. He's opted to go back with it there. It comes all the way out to this near side once again here. And, now played into centre field, then another raking ball out to that left-hand side to pick out Guilherme. Can he get the ball in? He does, and he fizzes it across the goal. Good effort there for Sporting, and it's palmed away, I think, out for a corner on the other side. But they have had joy down that left-hand side already. Curling shot there, no, just going round the edge of the post there. Just couldn't quite get enough whip and bend on that. And in the end it goes out for a goal kick, but that wasn't a bad effort. And the short goal kick, and then it's hammered downfield by Petrasso. And the chase is on here. Can Montero get to it first? He does, near the corner flag, puts it across the face of the 18-yard box, but there's nobody there, unfortunately. Rui Silva, all in bright yellow, comes out to collect the ball inside the penalty area. And now Sporting have the ball over on this near side. They lead, or do they? No. Ball comes out to this near side. And then it's flipped through the middle there. Keeper comes out to the edge of his area, and he will just allow that to roll through. And he will have it at his feet as things stand here. And right now, the game awaiting its first goal. It's been a bit of a cagey start from both teams, but Rio Ave currently just a little bit on the back foot in the last couple of minutes as Sporting bring the ball forward now, and they have it on this right hand side with Quaresma, and it's floated over to that far left hand side. Now on the halfway line, it comes back now to Iniacho. Ball comes out wide now. There's an opportunity for Guilherme on this near side. 22 yards out, gets it to the edge of the penalty area, left-footed shot which is blocked. It squirts out to this far right-hand side, and then it's shepherded out. I think that's going to be a corner. Good work there from Nelson Abbey. It's an interesting little stadium, this, I have to say. Don't want to be unkind, but it's like a non-league stadium. There's just one stand, and everything else is just exposed. It's like a building site. Ball played into the middle, attempted shot there inside the area by Pedro Goncalves, and it's blocked. Rio tried to bring the ball away up this near side, but Quaresma wins the ball back and sends it into the centre circle, just shy of the halfway line. Just shy of 9 minutes gone. Rio Ave 0, Sporting Lisbon 0. Here is Quaresma, ball down this near side again, looking for the run there of Goncalves, but it's squared across into the area to Mr. the keeper, and then it comes out to Vrusai, the captain, over on that far right hand side. The Greek right back plays it infield. Nice little turn flick there from Nikica, trying to keep hold of the ball. Now here's Montero, gets the ball out to this right hand side, edge of the penalty area. They get inside there, crosses block, breaks to the edge of the area, volley comes in, left footed, but it's way wide of that far left hand post. Bit of a snap effort there from Tamble Montero. And again, just a little warning for Sporting. They're not going to have this all their own way this evening. As I said, coming into the game, there's not really a lot riding on this for Rio, so they can relax and just go for it. You know, they're safe for next season. As far as Sporting are concerned, they will want that second spot, and they know that it's in their reach, but they have to get the win tonight. Benfica also in action. Now here's Luis Guilherme, gets into the box right hand side, squares it across the face of the 6-yard box. There was nobody there to get on the end of it, but Araujo does manage to stop the ball going out of play on that far side, and it's fed into centre field. Bragança, now out to Luis Guilherme again, back to Quaresma. Now Diamande squares it across to Iniacho, the captain. And now Maxi Araujo once more played across the back. Here's Morita, the Japanese midfielder, over on that far left-hand side. Feeds it back in field, little short exchange of passes. It comes out to the left again. Just knocking it around quite freely at the moment, Sporting. Not really doing much with it, but keeping possession. Nice little flick round the corner there, and then there's a coming together. Referee kind of got in the way there, but he's also ruled that Vrusai was fouled there by Pedro Goncalves. Just left a leg in there on Marios Vrusai. So Rio Ave 0, Sporting Lisbon 0. Been a fairly even contest in this opening 11.5 minutes, although you would have to say probably the better opportunities have fallen the way of the visitors, but there's certainly been nothing concrete. There's been some dangerous balls put into the Rio box, but no one getting on the end of them so far. And Sporting have won the ball back here on halfway. Here's Bragança, riding a couple of tackles there, and in fact he's lost the ball. Now then, Rio can break downfield here with Monteiro, nudges it to his right, they're in the area and score! Beautifully steered into the bottom left-hand corner, and Rio Ave have the lead here against Sporting Lisbon. They hit them on the counter, And it was a lovely weighted pass. Well, whoever that is, I thought it was Monteiro played the pass. I think it might be Monteiro. He's going to get booked anyway because he's taken his top off, and for good measure, he's taken his GPS vest off as well. Never quite understand it when players do that. No, it's Brasileira. I thought so. It was Monteiro with the little stab to his right. But it was Luis Guilherme who was powered off the ball on the halfway line, got it trapped under his feet. And then it was great work from Tamble Monteiro, a surging run downfield, and he just nudged it to his right, and Brasileira got there first, and from about 15 yards out drilled it across the face of the keeper into the bottom left hand corner. A sumptuous strike there from the Brazilian Diogo Brasileira. And we played just over 13 minutes. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 0. And that will be music to the ears of Benfica fans. It really will. And yeah, he's going into the referee's notebook there. Rather needless yellow card for Diogo Brasileira. And the fact is with that, it's just there's no point in doing it because, you know, he mistimes a tackle now between now and the end of the game, and he'll be off. You know, it's play. I don't think players think about that sometimes. Putting yourself under pressure, but now they hit on the counter again here, down this left-hand side. This is dangerous once more. The ball chipped into the area there by Yalan Blesa. The appeal for a penalty, but the ref not interested. And Sporting have just seen off that little counter-attack there, and now they will bring it forward themselves here. Little flick round the corner. Here's Guilherme. Now Suarez comes out to this left-hand side to Araujo. Now Pedro Goncalves, back infield it comes. Araujo, just shy of the, well, just over the halfway line actually now as they come through the middle of the pitch here. Little run from Daniel Bragança. Araujo once again. Again, it's patient stuff from Sporting, particularly over on that left-hand side. Just working the ball around patiently right now. They trail here by 1-0. And good ball played out to this right-hand side, and he's done well there, Guilherme, to keep it in. Now has it near the corner flag, feeds it back upfield. Here's Eduardo Quaresma, back to Guilherme on this near side. Left-footed, squares it across to the edge of the area. Then the attempt a little short ball in there, looking for Suarez, but it was blocked, and it comes out to this near side for a throw-in to Sporting. Just over 15 minutes on the clock. And Rio Ave have the lead here. Sporting lose the ball, albeit momentarily, inside the Rio half. Good sliding challenge. But Inácio, the captain, will bring it forward now. Plays a great ball down that left channel. The keeper's out quickly, though, to snuff out the danger there as Maxi Araujo had made that run down the left flank. Gorgeous ball that from Gonçalo Inácio. And that was really good foresight there from Poet Mister. Saw what was coming there and was very quickly off his line to snuff out any danger. And now here they come again, Rio. They have the ball inside the box at the other end, and just a last-ditch tackle there from that pass from Brasileira. Went across the face of goal. Almost found Yalan Blesa, but now here comes the counter on the other side. Sporting have it in the box on this left-hand side, chipped to the edge of the area. Suarez thought about the shot, he still has it. Left-footed effort, but he's ballooned it way over the crossbar, and that's a disappointing end. But this is turning into some game now, back and forth, end to end. Like I said, you know, beware the team that doesn't have anything to play for but pride. You know, Rio, I think this is their last home game of the season. And, you know, they know they're safe. And they can just go out there and enjoy themselves. And, you know, show what they've got against the big boys. Because Sporting are one of the massive teams in Portugal. Champions League outfit they are. Along with the likes of Benfica and Porto. So this is a big game for them. And they'll want to, you know, finish the season at home at least. They've got another game to come after this on a high by claiming a pretty notable scalp in Sporting Lisbon. And of course, I said coming into this, they do have an awful record against them. So only 7 wins in the 56 encounters that they've had. And they were thumped 4-0 just 3 days after Christmas. So they'll be out for revenge here, and they've got an opportunity again. Brazzera breaks down this far right-hand side, squares it into the air. It's not dealt with. They stretch out a leg, but they just managed to get it cleared away. And again, a bit of chaos in the box there between Diamande and Iñárritu. As the ball came across, just stretched out a leg there, didn't really deal with it, and it almost fell into the path of Yarlem Blesser because he just didn't put the foot through it. And now Sporting come forward themselves. This is great stuff. It really is opening up so much this game now. And both sides just going at it, hammer and tongs here. It's going from end to end. That will be a high boot, I think. No, the referee said play on. And now, again, Rio come down this left-hand side, again with Monteiro weaving his way through the traffic here. He needs some support, finally gets it, but eventually the numbers tell there as Tamas Nikica, the Hungarian, tried to wheedle his way through. But they do look really dangerous on the counter here, do Rio. Anyway, here's Morita. Comes out to Maxi Araujo. Back to Morita. Daniel Bragança. 19 minutes gone. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 0. Here's Eduardo Quaresma. And for those of you listening to this, I can say that Benfica is 0-0 against Sporting Braga. That's the game that Lisbon will be concerned about. Now it's a good ball played round the back from Guilherme. Now then, can Goncalves do something at the byline? No, he can't. That's really good defending there from Gustavo Mancha. Plays it to Nelson Abbey, who's long ball upfield. Well, I thought that was a foul. Referee has said play on. Thought it was a foul on Monteiro there. And now then, ball, it's fizzed across the face of goal there by Suarez. Takes a big deflection high up in the air. Now it breaks for Monteiro, and again the counter's on again here now for Rio, because Sporting are playing such a high line, but currently it's 2 Rio players against 7 men in black shirts, and the ball out to this left hand side is too strong and over the head of Monteiro. But I think Brazzera felt that took a nick off somebody on its way through to the other side. But this is breathless stuff, incredibly breathless stuff at the moment. And Rio certainly giving it all here. Real problem for Sporting. It did take a nick off somebody, so it is going to be a throw-in on this near side, taken by Nelson Abbey, the Englishman. Not too many lads from England playing in the Primeira Liga. And this is Gustavo Mancha, the Brazilian. Abbey once again, flick round the corner. And it comes back and will be tidied up by Ousmane Diamande. And now Iñárritu will bring it down the field. Just stalls there, halfway up. Now Diamande once more. Brings it up to the halfway line. Long ball down that right shot. But that was poor. That was never going to beat Mancha. But they almost lose it there, Rio. And in fact, they've had to put the ball out. But I think it took a nick off. Yeah, Goncalves. So it will be a throw-in. They got away with that a little bit there. And well, now the fouls come in on Sporting after that throw from Monteiro. Just a short throw there, and yeah, just pulled him back there. Pulled back Pedro. So Sporting have it at the back here with Diamande. Squares it across to Gonçalo Iñárritu. Just shy of the halfway line. And again, no panic really from Sporting so far. As I say, it's been really end to end. And entertaining for that. But Rio have carelessly given the ball away now on the edge of their own penalty area. Here's Bragança, floats the ball out to this left-hand side, brought down neatly inside the box by Maxi Araujo. Just trying to fashion room here to maybe get a cross in. He tried one, it was blocked. He still has the ball, takes it to the byline, chips it to the back post, and it's chested out by Becerra, not taking any chances there, the goal scorer. And it will be a corner for Sporting on this near side. So we played pretty much half of this first half, and it has been a thoroughly entertaining game of football. Second corner of the evening for Sporting, and it's a glancing header across the face of goal. And Diogo Becerra does his best to win it, but Sporting still have it, and it's floated back out to this near side by Araujo. Now Trincao tries the back heel, and somehow, some way, it finds Guilherme. He gets the ball back, Trincao, then whips the ball in, but it's going to go straight into the arms of Mister, who flops on it on the edge of the 6-yard box. All in purple tonight, the Polish keeper. Drops the ball to the floor and then chips it downfield, brought down by Monteiro, and he's fouled. That will be a free kick. Foul there by Ousmane Diomande, the Senegalese centre-half. And Monteiro in a bit of discomfort there. He's gone down slapping the floor with his hand. I think it's one of them again where he's just caught his Achilles there. See it a lot in games now, and of course these boots that they all wear now offer no protection at all. They're just like slippers, aren't they, really? And it's no coincidence that, you know, you see so many of those foot injuries with these modern lightweight boots that just slip on. Sound like an old man, don't I? Anyway, long kick downfield. Sporting win it on halfway, but then promptly oh well, the referee has pulled them back here. Tamas Nikica thought that he'd won the ball and was setting off on a counter-attack there, but now Sporting have it with Araujo on this left-hand side, edge of the area, tries to play it in round the back. Good sliding block there on the byline, and that will be a corner on that far left-hand side for Sporting, who are now starting to up the ante a little here. I mean, there's no question they are the superior team with a superior squad, but so far Rio are giving as good as they are getting. Actually, it was a goal kick. They've changed their mind. A late change of mind. There must have been a call from the touch official. Anyway, the goal kick was taken short. It went out to that far right-hand side, and it was put out by Sporting, so the throw-in is taken quickly by Marios Vrusai, the captain. He has the ball now over on that far side, which is literally, you see the pitch, the advertising hoardings, and then just building boards, and then a big grass mound behind it. Nothing there at all. That ball has hit the referee, but he's he has stopped play. Or has he? Well, most of the time they do stop play, but he said it's hit the ref and it's gone back to a Rio player, so he's just said carry on. How refreshing. Long raking pass downfield, but it's poor all the way through to Rui Silva, who quickly rolls the ball out here for Eduardo Quaresma. Infield it comes to Diomande, and then Bragança. Once again, Sporting will look to build it from the back in the patient way that they do. They're certainly not panicking yet by any means. Luis Guilherme down this near side will cut in field on his left foot, the Brazilian. Squares it across here to Morita. Little 1-2 between him and Goncalves. Still Morita. And it comes out to Araujo on that left-hand side. Infield it comes once again. Quick feet there by Bragança. Now they have it on the edge of the box, but they're not finding a way through at the moment. The Rio players hunting in packs here. Diomande out to Trincao on this near side. Short ball back to Quaresma. Now it finds Guilherme again. Wide on this right side. Whips it in left-footed. Headed away. Well done there by Petrasso. But a Sporting player is stricken inside the Rio penalty area, but they carry on, nudge it downfield. The keeper's come way out of his area and decides to hammer it downfield from near the touchline. He came that far out. And now Sporting have given it away again inside their own half. Rio look to protect the ball this time on this near side. Well played there. And then the foul comes in, and now the referee plays advantage. They come forward, long range shot, miles over the crossbar. Disappointing effort that. After that foul on Blesser, they just blocked him off there. Well, the referee's coming over to speak to somebody here. Yeah, well, I'm not sure how Bragança could get out of the way there. Well, somebody's been booked, and I think it was because of the complaining that the Sporting player who went down in the Rio penalty area is still down on his back. And yeah, there's a sort of coming together there. I think it's Luis Suarez, the Colombian. I think he caught an elbow in the back of the head there from Pancho Petrasso. And then I think there was very vigorous complaining to Mr. Goncalves by Sporting that he allowed the game to continue while Suarez was still down inside the Rio penalty area. And Suarez is up now and remonstrating quite vociferously with the referee, showing him his mouth, and then he walks away. He's going to have to get off the pitch here and stop chatting to the referee, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. Eventually he does. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think somebody's gone into the book there for something that was said. Anyway, with Suarez, a little bit like his namesake there, a bit of a fiery character. It was accidental there from Petrasso, just leaping for the ball. He just caught him across the face with his forearm there. Anyway, we're back underway, approaching the half-hour mark. Rio Ave still have the lead here. This would be a big, big result for them. A big boost for Benfica if it stays this way, but you just can't see it. It's been such an open game. Anyway, here's Quaresma. Now Luis Guilherme down this near side. Comes in again on that left foot like he likes to, but that was a poor pass, easily intercepted. But the referee has blown up for something here. And I think it's a free kick for Sporting, which they have taken quickly. I'm not quite sure why that was given, if I'm totally honest. Anyway, Quaresma has the ball, just over half an hour gone. He brings it halfway inside the Rio half and rolls it back to the halfway line to Diamande. Now Quaresma once again. So Diogo Bezerra's 12th minute goal, the difference so far, as Morita brings this ball forward into space, finds Araujo on the edge of the penalty area on that far left-hand side. He likes to take it to the byline to get the cross in, and he's won a corner off the shins of Marios Frusai, the captain. And Pedro Goncalves will trot over to take this for Sporting over on that far side. 31 minutes gone. The sky's starting to darken now here in Portugal. The light shining down, referee keeping a close eye. Ball whipped into the area, glancing header. It's brought down, then Suarez has gone down inside the penalty area, but the referee is he's going to book him for simulation here. So he's only just come back on the pitch. He's still down on the floor, but the referee's having none of it. He's having absolutely none of it here. Diamande and Iniacho talking to the referee, but Luis Suarez is well, Diamande's been booked as well now for having far too much to say. So Diamande gets a yellow card for too much complaining. Referee still talking now with Trincao and Gonzalo Iniacho, and a yellow card for Suarez as well for simulation. He rather facetiously has a big grin on his face. He's, you know, very sarcastic sort of acknowledgement there. Yeah, that was a dive. That was a clear dive. There was a little bit of contact, but he sort of made the complete most of it. He wasn't even facing goal, he was facing in the opposite direction. And he went down under that challenge there. He just got a little contact on his hip from Ryan Guilherme. So free kick taken by Mister from the edge of his own area, long downfield. Diamande heads it out for a throw-in to Rio on this near side. 32.5 minutes gone. Nelson Abbey with the throw. But they've lost the ball there of Rio. Now then, Sporting have it inside their own half, but that's a good ball up to the halfway line. Now then, can they counter here? They've got him round the back, over on this left-hand side. It's a foot race, and two men, well, they've both gone down in the area. I think the referee has pointed to the spot here, has he? It's looking that way. It was a foot race, it was a break from deep inside their own half. And drama here. It looks like the referee, João Gonçalves, has given the penalty. It was Suarez again who was the man who went down. It was a foot race between himself. Well, there's a booking there for, just trying to see who that is. Petrasso, Pancho Petrasso. Suarez got away from him on the halfway line, and then he brought it infield, was heading into the penalty area, and then he was deemed that he's tugged him down by the arm. In fact, I think what happened more than anything there, in fact, if you look at that again, Petrasso fell first, and as he fell, he brought Suarez down with him. It wasn't the other way around. And the referee didn't really have that much hesitation in pointing to the spot. And it will be Luis Suarez with the opportunity to level this game, having won that penalty himself. And this to make it one apiece here from the penalty spot. This game's just taken a real dramatic twist in the last few minutes. So, Suarez against Patvet Misfa. So the Colombian standing over the ball, deep breaths. Stands to the left of the ball. Mister prowling his line, up he steps, and that's a great penalty. Along the floor, into the bottom left corner, sending the keeper the wrong way. Sporting Lisbon back on level terms here with 35 minutes gone. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. Luis Suarez converting that penalty, and it was a beauty. Right into the bottom left corner, along the floor. Keeper sent the wrong way. I think the keeper actually sort of made the move there before Suarez struck the ball, and he might have just had enough of a split second there to see that. I thought, right, well, if you go in there, I'm going here. And he planted it beautifully into the bottom corner, completely unstoppable. So how will Rio react here? Long ball downfield, headed away by Diamande, but Rio still have it inside their own half. Battle on for the ball here. The referee has deemed that Trincao there got a little bit too handsy. And it will be a free kick to Rio Ave over on that far right hand side. Trincao there. And he was being held back by Vrusai. I think you can file that one down as 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, to be fair. But Rio have the free kick. Whipped into the penalty area, headed away there by Iheanacho, but only to the edge of the box. And it comes back into the mix here, a bit of a goalmouth scramble. But finally Sporting managed to chip the ball out for a throw-in downfield over on that far side. And that was Trincao himself who did that. Vrusai takes the throw-in quickly. This is Pancho Petrasso, the Argentinian. We've got a little break in play. There's another. Well, Suarez again is down on his haunches. Not quite sure what the issue is here. Now he's down on his knees. Let's have another look at this. Something clearly happened off the ball maybe there. But players surrounding him at the moment. Not quite sure what happened, to be honest. The ball was chipped out over on the far side for a throw. And then the next thing we see is swat around. Let's have another look at this again here. Tussling for the ball. And, well, I'm not actually seeing anything at all there. He challenged for the ball. Ball went away from him. Tussling with Petrasso. Well, I'm baffled at that. There was nothing untoward there at all. And then all of a sudden he just went down on his haunches. I'll be honest with you, he looked like he was throwing up. So I don't know. It's an odd one. Drinking from a bottle of water. I just don't know if he's feeling unwell. So he has to go off to the side. Referee drops the ball at the feet of Ryan Guilherme. And Rio have it now, just shy of the halfway line. Nikica will bring it forward. Suarez is back on, so thankfully he seems okay. Good ball down that right channel, out to that far side. Oh, just couldn't keep it in there. That was unlucky. Way over on that far side, and Vrusai couldn't keep it in. Throw-in taken quickly by Sporting. Clear it downfield. Still not out of the woods here yet. Little flick round the corner. Now they've got it up to the halfway line, but they lose it. And Rio will have the ball now, just inside the Sporting half. Again, they play it. Beautiful ball down the right channel. And Blesser has got in again round the back. He has it now on the side of the penalty area. Nudges it back into Vrusai. Oh, well, that's an errant pass there from Guilherme. Only finds Maxi Araujo, who chips the ball downfield, but Rio get across to win the header, but they lose the ball immediately. And now Sporting will look to counter here. They have it now. They'll come through the middle. They need more numbers. This is Trincao, plays the ball down the right flank for the overlapping run here of Guilherme. He cuts into the box on his left foot. Brilliant weaving run, but then just has it taken off his foot in the nick of time by Nelson Abbey, who then does a 360 and then goes wending his way upfield. He's tugged back. Rather needless free kick to give away there. And it will be a free kick to Rio Ave, coming up to the 40th minute. In fact, it was Ryan Guilherme, beg your pardon, who was bringing that ball away there. Just a cheeky tug on the arm there by Trincao. Knew exactly what he was doing. It's a free kick taken quickly. Inside the final 5 minutes of this first half, been a very entertaining game. I think we'll probably have maybe another 5 added on. We've had a couple of stoppages, a penalty and a couple of injuries and whatnot. Sporting now have it with Diamande. Now to Guilherme, back to Quaresma. Now Diamande once more. Cross to Iñárritu. And now Araujo, and again happy to play it across the back for Sporting. Patient build-up once again. Now they're level. They'll just look to consolidate here and try and just take control of this game. They've certainly not had it all their own way by any means. Diamande. Back to Quaresma. Been forced back down towards their own goal here, Sporting, but now they can bring it forward. Lots of space, but that's a careless pass from Iñárritu and intercepted on halfway by Nikica. Now this is Vrusai on the halfway line. Dario Spikic. And now Petrasso. And he opts to go back to Mista. He has the ball on the edge of his area, the Polish keeper. Out it comes to his right-hand side once again to Petrasso. And then back to Mista. So, game just winding down a little bit here. Oh my goodness me! Oh, it's a back pass and it's gone in! My word! What a mistake! They were playing the ball around at the back. I think it's come to... Oh my goodness me. Gustavo Mancha. It was played out to Mista, to this left-hand side. He played the ball back. and it went past the keeper and he couldn't scramble back in time, and that is a horrendous own goal from Rio. Oh dear me, the keeper, he passed it to him and then came further out of his goal. And looking at the replay there, Mancha clearly wasn't looking at what the keeper was doing. He passed that ball back without looking at the goalkeeper, just thinking that he would be there. And the keeper had got out of position, and then it was horrible because it sailed past him and it rolled and rolled and rolled, and he just couldn't get back in time, and it went over, and that is a horrible, horrible mistake. And Sporting Lisbon now have the lead, 2-1. A terrible own goal there from Gustavo Mancha. Long ball played out to this left-hand side. Sporting have it over on that far side. And, oh dear. You don't see many of those, I have to say. The ball now, Sporting. They have that precious lead back, having come from 1-0 down. And they have it over on that far side. They'll look to settle this down now. Now the long ball down that left channel. Maxi Araujo gets to it first, whips the ball into the edge of the area. Flick from Suarez, it goes across the face of goal. And do they keep it in? No, not quite. Goodness me. And it will be a goal kick. "44 minutes gone, and it's 2-1 Sporting Lisbon after that really unfortunate own goal from Gustavo Mancha, and it could have been a lot worse just seconds later. And a little flick there from Suarez, but it went agonisingly across the face of goal. Now then, Rio, can they counter? But that's a loose ball. They'll only find Morita inside the centre circle. His ball upfield is not much better, and that's easily dealt with there by Nikica. Now Vrusai, final 30 seconds of normal time. Here is Gustavo Mancha. I'm sure he'll want to bury his head somewhere after that. One ball out to that far side. Nudge back. Sporting with 60% of the possession at the moment. And I thought it was the Rio club is owned by Evangelos Marinakis, of course, who is the owner of Nottingham Forest as well. He is here tonight. I'll come back to that in a minute. They have the ball just near the corner flag. De Rio on this near side, trying to work the ball infield now so they can get a cross in. They've done that well. They have it on the edge of the area. Now then, Ryan Guilherme just forced out a little bit there. When that own goal went in, it just cut to him up in the stand. He had a big fat cigar in his hand, and he just, if looks could kill, he just sort of looked away with this "I cannot believe what I've just seen" look on his face. The big Greek owner. He'll be very happy man that his Nottingham Forest side are safe for another season in the Premier League, having achieved that yesterday. And he's obviously made the quick flight over to Portugal to watch his team this evening. One of his teams, that is. Of course, they've got a Greek manager and a few Greek players here. Long ball downfield to the edge of the area, brought down by Yarlan Blesser, the Spaniard. Oh, great ball across the middle of the area. Nudge to the back post. Oh, good block there. Back post, it was, I think it was Monteiro. The danger's still not over. Ball across the face of goal and almost turned in by a black shirt. Wow, what drama here in the closing minutes. Maybe could and should be 2-2. Rui Silva. Well, they worked the ball in beautifully there from the right-hand side initially. It was a great square ball from Blesser. It came to Monteiro unmarked at the back post. He opened up his body. Side-footed shot from the edge of the 6-yard box. Brilliant save with his leg by Rui Silva. Then the ball was fired across the face of goal again. It was almost put through his own goal by Iniacho. In comes the corner. Oh, scramble again, and it's put out of play for another corner. 4 minutes of added time, by the way. We've had 2 of them already. What a dramatic end to this first half here. And it's another corner to Rio Ave on this near side. And ball whipped. Oh, it's too strong. Goes over towards the back post. And over the crossbar. So that will be a goal kick. Wow, real drama at the end of this first half. Here in the Via do Conde in northern Portugal. But that was a great save from Rui Silva there. It was going away to his right, stuck out his left leg. Blocked that effort there from Tamble Monteiro. 3 minutes of the added 4 gone. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 2. And that was after Rio took the lead on 12 minutes from Diogo Bezerra. Only to be pegged back by that Luis Suarez penalty. And then a really unfortunate own goal from Gustavo Mancha. Anyway, Rio coming forward again here. Great ball into the box. Brought down. Can they get the shot away? Yes, they can. It hits the side netting. It was a tight angle over on that right-hand side. And goodness me, in this last 4 minutes, this added time situation, Rio have created about 3 or 4 excellent chances. But they've not been able to take any of them, unfortunately for them. But they are finishing this half defiantly strongly. And just letting Sporting know that they are not going to lie down here. Having held the lead up until the 35th minute, that is half-time. And then, as I said, 2 goals in 7 minutes. Gustavo Mancha, oh dear me, the poor man on 42 minutes. So, half-time here at the little Estadio de Rio Ave. It's Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 2. And we'll be back in 15 minutes with full second half commentary. It's been a very entertaining game. So, see you then. Well, welcome back to the Estadio do Rio Ave, which is massively under construction. We're under the lights here for this Primeira Liga clash between 12th place Rio and 3rd place Sporting. And Sporting leading by 2-1 at half-time, which will, as things stand, lift them above Benfica into that second spot in the Primeira Liga table. They, of course, are in action as well themselves. So Rio in the home strip of the green and white striped shirts with the white shorts and the white socks. Sporting all in black. João Goncalves is the referee. Rio are already out. They'll be playing from left to right in this second half. And now we're just waiting for the Sporting side to come out onto the pitch. Very competitive first half of football. And of course Rio taking the lead, and deservedly so. And the penalty from Suarez, and then that really unfortunate own goal. A back pass, wasn't looking, the keeper had come out, he didn't spot it, and he passed it back, and it went past the keeper, and he couldn't get back in time to clear it before it went over the line. But it has been a fairly even contest so far. But as things stand, Sporting will be happy that they have the advantage, because that will put them second in the Primeira Liga title race as things stand. Of course, Porto already are champions. With one game to go, they would be 6 points clear of Sporting. But it's the jostle, the straight out jostle between Sporting Lisbon and Benfica for that second spot. So the two teams are out now. It appears as if there's been no changes made by either coach at half-time. And we're ready now to get ourselves back underway. The referee, João Goncalves, just waiting for the go-ahead from the sideline. We still await the signal to get us underway. I'm Joe Mills, by the way. Thank you for your company. And the whistle goes, and we're back underway. Sporting with the kickoff. Quaresma with the ball down that far side, and that's immediately given away by Sporting. And immediately Montiel has the ball. Now they've got it on this left-hand side. Player goes down in the box there. It's Johan Blesser. He's stayed down. Referee not interested at all. Long clearance downfield. And that's tidied up at the back by Gustavo Mancha. And it goes out over on that far side for a throw-in. It was Blesser who went down there. He was caught from behind. Yeah, it was Luis Guilherme just tracking back there, and he did clip his heel there. But I don't think it was a penalty. Referee, he's still sat down on his bum here, Blesser. I think Guilherme, more than anything there, sort of tripped over his own foot. I think they are looking at this, though. Oh, actually, no, he does catch him. Well, actually, looking at it from that angle, it looks more to me like Blesser. Yeah, it's not been given. Blesser actually kicks the back of Guilherme's leg, and that's what caused him to go down. It's funny, you know, you look at it from one angle, it looked like a penalty, then you look at it from that one, and then you realise just exactly what did happen there. Blesser, in attempting to shoot, caught Guilherme on the back of his leg, and that caused Blesser to take a tumble. Ball goes out on that far side, put out by Monteiro, and its throw-in is taken quickly by Sporting. Quaresma back to Usman Diamande. He will roll this back to Rui Silva on the edge of his own area, and now the captain Inacio will bring it up to the halfway line, gets the ball back from Morita. Inacio once more comes out to this near side to Pedro, but he's bundled off the ball there. The referee says that is a foul by Petrasso on Luis Suarez. He's always involved in the Colombian. He's certainly in the thick of the action. Goes down again there, just having his shirt tugged. And just got clipped eventually by Petrasso. Those two have had a real tussle this evening. It was Petrasso who brought Suarez down for that penalty, remember. So a free kick to Sporting on this near side. Pedro Goncalves will be the man to take this. Well, he's just nudged it to Trincao. Then he whips it into the edge of the area. That's poor. Left-footed, it's headed away, but straight into the path of Daniel Bragança, who rolls it all the way back to Rui Silva, who's halfway inside his own half. Launches it left-footed long, route one, and it's headed out of trouble momentarily by Petrasso. And then Rio now can break up the middle of the pitch here on a counter. They got it out to this far left-hand side. Opportunity here. Cuts in field as Blesser has a shot, and it's blocked. And it will go out over on that far side, blocked by Diomande. But again, the threat is there from Rio on that counter-attack. And again, dangerous. But that was a good block from Diomande. Blocked it with his chest, actually. He went down on his knees and ended up blocking it with his chest. Throw in from near the corner flag. Flick on header by a black shirt. Puts his own team in trouble there. Now Blesser, flick on header to the back post, but they get across and clear it out there before it fell to Diogo Bezerra, who will have this throw in near the corner flag on this near side. It comes to Monteiro. Now Tamas Nikica. Pancho Petrasso. Little flick on the outside of his boot there from Brusai. And now it comes back into centre field on the halfway line with Gustavo Mancha. Looking for options here. Opts for the long diagonal ball out to this near side, but that's poor. It sails over the head of Brusai, the captain. And out for a throw-in to Sporting Lisbon, who lead by 2-1. We played 5 minutes of this second half. Just one more game to go in the Primeira Liga after this round of fixtures this evening. And as I said, Sporting will be looking to cement that second spot if they can get the win here tonight. Hope that Benfica are currently drawing 0-0 against Braga. That will take them into that second spot. Now then, here is Bezerra, chips the ball to the back post. Blesser with the header, but he couldn't get any power on it. And it just trickles through to Rui Silva, who gathers it in near his back post. They're certainly having a dig here. As I say, if things do stay like that, it will come down to the final day. But it will certainly put Sporting in the box seat. They will have a 2-point lead over Benfica going into the last game of the season. But things could change here and, of course, at Benfica, who are currently 0-0 against Sporting Braga. So Rio have the ball now. Edge of the centre circle with Mancha. Nelson Abbey gets the return ball and he comes down this left-hand side. Two black shirts go down, clattered into each other, and this allows Rio to get the ball inside the area. Oh, then the cutback ball there went straight to a black shirt, and now Sporting will look to counter themselves, and they have it here with Luis Suarez. Cuts in field, trying to get round 3 players, and he's gone down again, and it's another booking, this time for Petrasso. It is off because he was booked in the first half, and he's off again. Luis Suarez has haunted Pancho Petrasso all evening, and he sent him off. It was a second yellow card, and Suarez has gone down again. Petrasso can't believe it. He cut in on his right foot there, edge of the area. Yeah, and he's caught him there. Stuck out a leg, and I think he's caught him on top of the foot. Yeah, he has. He stood on his foot. And Rio are down to 10 men. Pancho Petrasso, yeah, clearly stood on top of his foot there. And Rio are going to go down to 10 men here. They trail by 2-1. And Sporting have a free kick on the edge of the penalty area as well. So Sotiris Silaidopoulos is going to have to make a change here, it would look like. They can't be sending this upstairs, surely. It's clear as day there that he stands on his foot. Petrasso's still out there on the pitch, but he has been sent off. Well, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. No, he has to go. And he's now making his way off the field. And, well, the difficult job has now become a lot more difficult for Rio Ave. And now the change is going to happen here. We are going to see Jakub Brabec, the Czechoslovakian. He's about to enter the fray. So they're going to have to bring somebody off in order to facilitate that. And Petrasso rather disconsolately makes his way straight down the tunnel. I can tell you that it's 1-1 between Benfica and Sporting Braga. We've had 2 goals there in the space of 2 minutes. Rafa putting Benfica ahead on 46, then Pau Victor, a mere 2 minutes later, equalising for Sporting Braga. So Benfica won't one now. Oh dear me, now Mista has gone down, the goalkeeper has sat down. And well, this is going to draw things out even more. And while we're waiting for this to happen, I can tell you, if you're a fan of the Premier League, I can tell you that Tottenham Hotspur were 1-0 up, and Leeds have equalised, a penalty by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So Spurs, the wait still goes on. They still have time there, but they know, with Arsenal beating West Ham yesterday, that if they can get the win tonight, then they will go 4 points clear of West Ham with 2 games remaining. But if it ends up being 1 apiece, then the nerves will still be there. They'll only be 2 points clear of West Ham with 2 games remaining. So we'll keep you abreast of that as well. Tamble Monteiro is going to come off. He's had a good game, the striker, but needs must here. Jakub Brabec, the Chechenian, comes on. And first order of business is to defend this free kick. Mista is back up on his feet now. Sporting here will be looking to put this game to bed. Penalty right on the edge of the penalty area, pretty much central to the goal. Keeper just organising his wall. Looks like we've got a 5-man wall plus draft excluder here. And such is the seriousness. Dario Špikić, the Croatian, does the unenviable job of being the draft excluder. Now then, 2 men standing over this. It will be Goncalves, top right corner, but straight into the arms of Mista. Just didn't have enough power on that, and it curled comfortably into the arms of the Polish keeper. They played out short from the back. So Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 2. Rio down to 10 men. Pancho Petrasso, the Argentinian, sent off for a second yellow card. He gave away the penalty in the first half and he fouled Suarez again. So effectively that's his season finish now. Now, well, I think so, yeah, it will be. Sporting now have the numerical and the score advantage, and will look to press this home now. Here's Inacio, the captain, on the halfway line. Squares it to the feet of Daniel Bragança. And now Inacio once more, halfway inside the Rio half. It is Idacima Morita. Now Inacio once again, looking for options here. They've brought this down to walking football at the moment. They don't have to force the issue at all here, Lisbon. They'll be happy just to knock the ball around. They've given it away though on the edge of the area, but they quickly win it back. Here's Diamande, comes out to this far side to Luis Guilherme. Cuts in again on that left foot. And it comes back to Quaresma. Now Inacio in centre field. He's got room to run forward here. 30 yards out. Comes out to Pedro Goncalves on this near side. Squares it across. Now Morita crosses the ball out to that far side of the penalty area. Brought down. And now trying to work it onto his left foot there was Trincao. Still has the ball. And they still have it over on that far right-hand side. Take the ball to the byline. Ball whipped in across the face of the 6-yard box, and Gustavo Mancha puts the ball out for a corner. 58 minutes gone. And Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 2. Rio currently down to 10 men. Corner taken short on Calvez. Now Guilherme over on that far side. Squares the ball back in field. Diamande with the ball towards the back post. Not the most convincing clearing header there by Jarlen Blazer. Now then, down this left-hand side, Suarez gets in round the back here, nudges it into the area, and it's dragged wide from 10 yards out by Goncalves, but they didn't go out of play. They still have it, Sporting. This time over on the far side. Ball whipped in again towards the back post, headed away towards the edge of the area. And now Rio will look to counter, but they just don't have the numbers. And Inacio is back there first, sends it all the way back downfield to Rui Silva, who's come way out of his area to collect with his feet. And Inacio has the ball again. You can just see this becoming one-way traffic now. But Rio just have to hang in there and maybe look to pinch something, maybe on the counter or from a set piece. But Sporting here now just knocking the ball around for fun. Just keeping the possession, running the clock down as we approach the hour mark. Still a long way to go if they want to try that tactic. But I think in reality they'll be looking for a third here to put this game to bed completely. But they've lost the ball there. Blesser. And now the captain, Vrusai, nudges it infield to Tamas Nikica, the Hungarian. Now Nelson Abbey over on that far left-hand side. Now Mancha rolls it back to the keeper, and he chips the ball very high in the air up to the halfway line. Rio win the header, but it falls into the path of Goncalves. Now they have it on the edge of the area, this left-hand side. Suarez, he's been real thorn in the side here, squares it back to the edge of the penalty area. Now it comes over to this right-hand side. Guilherme works it onto his left foot, but that cross takes a big deflection, goes out near the corner flag, and I think that will be a corner for Sporting on this near side. Just ratcheting up the pressure here. Yeah, it took a big deflection off Nelson Abbey. And it went out. And it is a corner. And it will be Pedro Goncalves to take this penalty. To take this corner. And he takes it short to the edge of the penalty area. Gets the ball back. Then whips it in. Headed away with authority. Trincao will then just send it all the way back downfield to Rui Silva, who is miles out of his goal. But it can afford to be. And Sporting will come again. It's just wave after wave of black here. And Rio just don't have the numbers to commit for fear of leaving themselves wide open in those two banks of four. And it's kind of killed the game a little bit, that sending off. Inacio. Bragança. Back to Inacio. And it comes out to this near side and get the ball back there off Maxi Araujo. Now Inacio once more. It's just passing practice this at the moment, just working the ball round. They now work it into the area on this near side. Now then, here's Goncalves, gets it to the dead ball line, edge of the 6-yard box. He hit his own man there, but eventually it's cleared away by Nikica, and it will be a corner for Sporting on this near side. 62 minutes gone. And they're really ratcheting up the pressure now on this beleaguered Rio side, down to 10 men. And another corner incoming here. It will be Goncalves once more. Ball whipped in towards that near post, headed away by Nikica. brought down by Maxi Araujo, but he's forced back downfield. Squares it to his captain Ignacio. He plays a good ball down this left channel now. Goncalves gets in round the back, squares it, edge of the 6-yard box, cleared away just, but they've lost the ball again, and they have it once more. Ball whipped in by Araujo into the area, flicks off the head of Suarez, but it will be gathered in by Guilherme on the far side of the box, and then the swinging effort from the apex of the 6-yard box there from Suarez goes high over the bar. That was a good chance to make it 3 for Sporting Lisbon. Oh, he'll be amazed that he's not buried that there, Luis Suarez. What an opportunity that was. And now Rio are going to make another change here. We're going to see Yao Tome, and he will replace the captain, Marios Vrusai, the Greek, and he will come off. Not sure if that's a like-for-like change. Whether they're going to see a little change in formation here from Solaidopoulos. Hearty round of applause for the Greek captain. And it will be Yao Tome who comes on. 64 minutes gone here at the Estadio do Rio Ave in this Primeira Liga game. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 2. Rio had the lead after just 12 minutes. We've seen a player sent off in this second half. Change also coming in now for Sporting. Hidemasa Morita is coming off. It's a double change actually. And just looking to see who's coming on. We've got Giovanni Quenda, one of the players on. And we've also got the Mozambique international Jenny Katamo. So double change, fresh legs for this final 25 minutes. Mister with the long clearance downfield. It was Morita made way for Quenda. And Katamo come on for Luis Guilherme over on that far right hand side. A good game, the Brazilian. Now then, here is Katamo over on that far side. Again, Sporting just happy to hold on to the ball here, passing it around. And Rio can't expend too much energy chasing this ball around. They know, well, there's a big run down that left-hand side there by Araujo, but they didn't spot it. Quenda has the ball on this near side. Here is Araujo now, has to send it back to Ignacio. He squares it across inside the centre circle. Diamande brings it forward, looking for options. Plays it out to that far side to Katamo. He brings it infield, still has it. Left-footed strike. Oh, what a goal! From the edge of the penalty area into that bottom left corner. It is Francisco Trincao. That is some strike. What an effort that was. He got, well, the ball over on the far side from Katamo. Fed it infield to Trincao. He got away from Nelson Abbey. 7th goal of the season for Trincao. He cut in field. They just didn't shut him down. And then he let fly with a left-footed strike from the edge of the penalty area. He beat one man and he absolutely buried it in the bottom left-hand corner. That is a sumptuous strike there from Francisco Trincao. Rode one tackle. They should have shut him down there. And he had the time, and he unleashed an absolute cannon of a shot there. No chance whatsoever there for Poet Mister. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 3. And the wheels coming off now for the home side, having gone down to 10 men. And that should be that, as far as this game is concerned. And again, Sporting will be very much looking to cement that second spot on the back of this win here this evening. I can tell you it is still 1-1 over in England between Spurs and Leeds. If that stays like that, it's another stay of execution, isn't it, for West Ham, and the agony is prolonged again. they will just have a 2-point gap between the two of them with 2 games remaining. Foul there by Maxi Araujo on Diogo Becerra. So it will be a free kick to Rio Ave on this near side. And let's see who's taking this. Still 1 apiece between Benfica and Braga. It will be Becerra who will take this free kick for Rio. And this, you would feel, is probably their best opportunity to try and score from set pieces. Ball flicked out, comes to the back post, shot comes in, it's blocked, and then hacked away by Sporting downfield. And that will be retrieved by Gustavo Mancha. Yeah, that's really realistically the only way you can see them getting a goal back is from a set piece. Well, that might just set a few nerves jangling. 68 minutes gone, but at the moment it is very much one-way traffic between these two sides, having had that lead for well over half an hour. Since then it's all gone a little bit wrong. Even if Benfica get the win tonight, by the way, and Sporting obviously I think are going to win this, they'll be level on 79 points each, but Sporting have a far superior goal difference to Benfica. So come what may, they will be finishing this evening in second spot, even if Benfica get the win. Currently they're only drawing, but they still have a job to do here, although it's looking increasingly likely that they're going to come away with the 3 points here as we drift into the final 20 minutes. They lead by 3 goals to 1. Now here's Inacio. And now Goncalves. Diamande working the ball from side to side. Get it out wide again to Catamo. He cuts in field again. And that's blocked by Rio, but they give it away straight away. He's going to come back at them again here. Catamo again on that far right hand side, edge of the, or the side of the penalty area. Quaresma, Trincao, Quaresma once more over on that far side, squares it into centre field to Inacio. Now Goncalves, and currently Rio just sitting in a bank of 4 and 5. Just there's not much really they can do. They just have to try and defend and hope they can get a break from somewhere. But it is very much attack against defence at the moment as Inacio has the ball again. And again, they're just enjoying passing the ball around here, starving Rio of possession and any opportunity of trying to get back into this game. Here's Diamande. Now Trincao, Quaresma. Back to Diamande. Again, just lots of short passing. Nudged. Again, 1-2's taking place. Quaresma, now Jenny Catamo over on that far side again. Coming into the edge of the penalty area. Twisting, turning, gets it onto his left foot, tries a shot which he's blocked. Tries to win the ball back, but he's bustled off it there well by Nelson Abbey. Now the long ball down this left-hand side, the chase is on. Can Blesser get there first? No, he can't. Luis Silva just chips the ball back to the feet of Inacio, who will bring it up the middle. And now stops on the halfway line. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 3. 71 minutes gone. Rio down to 10 men. This ball with Suarez. He wins a throw in near the corner flag off Yao Tome. And now we're going to see. Oh, blimey, this is going to be interesting for me. We're going to get a triple change here from Rio. So you're going to have to bear with me on this one. Nelson Abbey is coming off first of all, the English left back. So he's going to be replaced. We're also going to see... Well, who's coming on first? I'll do this as quickly as I can. So... Well, the three, let's try to see, Mancha finally is going to come off. We're going to see Antonis Papacanelos definitely one of them. And I'll run through it now. It comes up on my screen because it's been a bit of frantic activity there. A triple change made by Rio. I'll let you know what that is shortly. There's Ignacio. So Nelson Abbey is replaced by Omar Richards. Dario Špikic replaced by Andreas Ntoy. And Diogo Bezerra replaced by Antonis Papakanoulos. So two Greek players on the field amongst those three. Sporting have the ball over on that far side, 73 minutes gone. And this game just drifting down dull alley a bit here. It's so one-sided, but Sporting just running down the clock here. It's like a training session literally at the moment. There's just lots of short passes. Really edifying to watch. Rio can't really do much about it. And it's floated out to this left-hand side. This is Maxi Araujo. Needs a bit of support there. Sends it back up to Ignacio. The game as a contest has been over for quite a while. It's a shame. Diamande. Now Quaresma. This is Katamo. Back to Quaresma on that far side. Feeds it back out to Katamo. But that's going to be a foul there. Again, just a little bit of frustration. And it's from Andreas Ntoy. Just catching the left leg there of Jenny Katamo from behind. Free kick taken quickly. Omar Richards now. And good. Tried to roll it through towards the byline there for Katamo to get the cross, but too much on it. Goes out for a goal kick. And it's still 3-1 with 74, just over 74 minutes on the clock. Still 1-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the dying seconds there. That is not the result that Spurs were looking for, particularly having taken the lead. So the tension still remains at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It really is big opportunity for them after that drama yesterday with that late equaliser ruled out against Arsenal, but it looks as though they failed to take advantage of that this evening and are being held 1-1 by Leeds United. As we've just got a break in play here. I can also tell you, if you follow the Championship playoffs, Hull City pull off a real shock. Looks like they're going to beat Millwall 2-0 away at Millwall. That's the second leg, by the way. So that will mean that Hull City will be going to Wembley in the Championship playoff final. And they'll be one game away from a return to the Premier League. That'll be a devastating blow for Millwall. So we have a goal kick here. So I've cleared everything up for you around the world while we've been waiting there. And almost 76 minutes gone. Long kick downfield by Mista. Blesser. Now it comes out to this far left-hand side. Rio now have it on the edge of the area, but that's a misplaced pass. And it's cleared away by Ignacio. Long ball downfield. Suarez again takes a tumble, but gets up quickly. And Rio have the ball on halfway. Game just really petering out now. We've still got 14 minutes remaining. Comes out to Yao Tome on this near side. Just desperate for these fans, for Rio to get a goal and give us an exciting finish to the game. Because the first half was really exciting. End-to-end stuff. And then that own goal towards the end of the half really took the stuffing out of Rio. And then, of course, the red card. And it's all unravelled since then. And Sporting now will look to break downfield. And that is full time in London. So Millwall have been beaten by Hull City. Hull City will go through to the Championship playoff final at Wembley. And that is a huge blow for Millwall, who almost qualified outright. And they will face either Southampton or Middlesbrough at Wembley for the right to go back to the Premier League. Now Rio bring the ball forward up to the halfway line. It is an exciting time of the season all across Europe. We are at the business end, and we've got title races and relegation deciders and playoff games going on. It's always an exciting period of the season. Here is Rio again now through the middle, and Blessed as well to hold on to that. Now he gets the ball out to Yao Tome on this right hand side. A little bit of possession for a change here for Rio. Here's Blesser, tries to get the cross in from the byline, but he's won his side a corner on this near side. Still playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, still 1-1 there. Dear oh dear, and still 1-1 between Benfica and Sporting Braga. So as things stand, Sporting Lisbon will be going into that second spot. They will be in the box seat going into the final game of the season. They will have a 2-point cushion over Benfica if things stay like this going into that final game. Porto, of course, already champions. So a corner here for Rio. Yao Tome standing over this. 78.5 minutes on the clock. It badly needs a goal here just to make it interesting, because it's been one way for so long since that sending off, but that's headed away. But it falls here to the feet of Omar Richards. And it comes out to Tome again on this near side. Ball fed infield. Rio still have it. Here's Papacanelos. Now Nikica comes out to this far left-hand side once more to Toy. Now Rio just enjoying a bit of possession here. Muscled off it there on the halfway line, and Sporting win the ball back. Quaresma. Now it comes into the centre of the pitch here. Is Inacio. And now lots of space on this near side for Maxi Araujo to run into here. Just keeps it in play. Rolls it back to Inacio. You can tell also the players just want this to be over. It's just going through the motions here, really. Here's Diamande. I mean, it's just a real stroll this at the moment. Still playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They've had 10 minutes of extra time there. They're still going. Still one apiece. And now Sporting still just holding on to the ball here. It's not a great watch this now. It's very much walking football. They try and walk the ball into the area there with Suarez on that left-hand side. Battles away there. Now then Quenda. He loses the ball. And that's good work from Papacanelos. And then it comes all the way back to Mista. He's going to have to get rid of that quickly, and he does. 81 minutes gone here. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 3. Rio been down to 10 men for quite some time now. The start of this second half, a second booking for Pancho Petrasso. The foul on Luis Suarez. That was on 52 minutes. And that Trincao goal, an absolute screamer on 66. Put this game well and truly to bed. And since then, it's been rather dull. Floated out to Katamo over on that far right-hand side. Omar Richards tracking him. Plays it round the back, but that's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Just put too much on that one. Still one apiece between Benfica and Sporting Braga. And they're still playing in North London. Still 1-1 between Spurs and Leeds. In the 12th minute of added time. Right, change is now coming for Sporting for this last few moments. We're going to see Eduardo Felicimo. He's going to replace Daniel Bragança. And also Pedro Goncalves is coming off, and Georgi Kokorashvili, the Georgian, comes on to replace him. So I think that's all the substitutions made now. Big foul there over on that far side, and a booking coming in here. And just a bit of a lunge tackle there on Geni Katamo. And it's Ryan Guilherme. He felt that too, the Mozambique international. Just caught his heel again. Sliding challenge, just didn't get his timing of it. Oh, that's horrible. That is really horrible. He's gone over the top of the ball there, and he's ended up standing on top of his foot again. The studs were up there. That was a really nasty challenge. I don't think he meant it, but it was really very, very clumsy indeed. I don't think this has gone upstairs, by the way, but he's a lucky boy there, because that was a really horrible challenge there from Guilherme. And Katamo in a lot of pain down there at the moment. But Gansha still making his way off. He had to come off on the other side of the pitch. Interesting that these two sides both play in the same colours, the green and white. The only difference is the Rio strip is stripes, the Sporting strip is hoops. The same colours nonetheless. And got a bit of a break again here. Still playing in North London, 13th minute of added time. Tottenham 1, Leeds United 1. They're still playing there. He's back up on his feet now, Katamo, and that one will be sore come the morning, I can assure you. So free kick over on that far side. Whipped in left-footed into the area, headed away. And now Rio will look to break themselves here as they come downfield. Momentarily it's 2-on-2, but now lots of black shirts ferrying back. Of course, Rio don't have the numbers. And there's another foul gone in here, and it's Guilherme again. And he's been booked, and he's off. So, well, goodness me, he was the tackle just momentarily on Katamo. And he's literally just gone down the other end and committed another one. And this time on Kokorashvili, and again it's careless. He's gone through, studs up again, caught him on his follow through, and the Brazilian is off, and Rio are down to 9 men. That was another really, really clumsy challenge there from Ryan Guilherme. Dangerous as well, and he's off. And Rio down to 9 men now, and this is just dragging this game out even more now. And it's been over for a long time. I don't know what he's complaining about. That was a straight up foul. He's just done 2 there in the space of a minute. Still playing in North London, the 15th minute of added time. I don't know what's happened down at Spurs, but it's still 1 apiece there. Here, 3-1 to Sporting Lisbon, and the Rio are now down to 9 men. Unravelling horribly for them this evening. Still 1 apiece between Benfica and Braga, by the way. So, yet again, this is going to turn out, if things stay like they are, to be a very good night for Sporting. Having to come from behind. It has finished in North London 1 apiece. So Tottenham have failed to take advantage. They'll be bitterly disappointed with that. They're still more or less slightly in the box seat. They have a 2-point gap with 2 games remaining, but goodness me, they could have really made it a lot more comfortable for them if they got that win tonight against the Leeds United side, who really have nothing to play for. They've secured their Premiership status for next season. Apparently, a last-ditch wonder save from Antonin Kinski has prevented Leeds from pinching that. Now that would have been a disaster. Anyway, Sporting have it at the back. Rui Silva pumps the ball downfield. 3 minutes of normal time remaining. The game just literally going through the motions here. And the ball comes out to that far right-hand side. They have it on halfway. Real great appetite from Sporting to grab a fourth. especially all these changes have been made. It's just gone a bit disjointed, both teams really. But they'll be delighted that they've come here and got the 3 points, having gone behind early in the game. But Rio will say, well, you know, penalty. Good long-range shot there coming in from Quenda, but that was well saved from Mitsta. Rio will probably say, you know, a penalty, well, yeah, and then that, you can't legislate for that own goal. You really can't. Neither can you legislate for players getting themselves sent off, you know, not once but twice. Sporting have been the better team, of that there is no doubt, but it could have been different. First half was incredibly competitive. Now then, long ball upfield here. Blesser still trying his heart out. Gets in behind the defence momentarily. Has it inside the penalty area on that far left-hand side. Just waiting for reinforcements. Chips it to the near post. But Rui Silva gathers that before Yao Tome could get on the end of it. 90 seconds of normal time remaining here. Rio Ave 1. Sporting Lisbon 3. Lisbon have it now on the halfway line. And despite all that, you know, it's a great atmosphere in here. The Sporting Lisbon fans are having an absolute ball behind to the side of that goal. They've travelled in decent numbers. It's a tiny little ground. It's only got one stand, as I said. And they have the ball here, trying to maybe teeing up for a long-range shot there from Kokorashvili. Anyway, Quenda plays the ball to the byline. They try and get the cross in. Takes a big deflection, balloons up in the air, and then hacked clear by Rio. And now Blesser has it again, but it's just him. He's got support now, though. But that's a poor ball out to the right-hand side, and it's easily intercepted. And now Sporting have got a chance here on the counter. They've got two men to the left here. Quenda inside the penalty area. Oh, what a strike! Left-footed across the face of the keeper and into the top right-hand corner. That is a glorious strike there from Giovanni Quenda. And it's just the sheer weight of numbers. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 4. The counter down this near side. They had a two-man overload on that left-hand side. Nudged. Quenda picked it up. Left-hand side of the penalty area. Fairly acute angle, but he absolutely drilled it. Left-footed shot right across the face of Pawet Mista into that far top right corner. That is some strike, considering he slipped as well in the act of shooting. But he absolutely drilled that. No chance, the keeper there. Just one touch with his left foot. And then absolutely went like a rocket. Thankfully, only 2 minutes of added time. And we play 30 seconds of those. So, second place going into the final day now for Sporting. They lead by 4 goals to 1 and are increasing that goal difference over Benfica. Not that that was ever going to be an issue. Anyway, it's that far ahead. Luis Suarez has come off. He's certainly run himself into the ground tonight. Rafael Nel has come on for him. And Rio now have the ball back at the feet of Pawet Mista. But this has been a difficult second half for the home team. And they've lost the possession again over on that far side. Sporting now going to go for a fifth. That ball won't find Nel. Be tidied up at the back by Tome. Final 30 seconds. Well, there's a Rio player. Oh, why do they always do this? Right at the end of the game. It's Toy who's gone down. He's back up on his feet now. When everyone just wants the final whistle. It never seems to have made. Well, that was a pretty meaty challenge in him there, to be fair, by Kokorashvili. But both players back up back. Well, Kokorashvili was up anyway. It's a free kick taken quickly. Nikica, ball on the edge of the area. That is the full-time whistle. And Sporting Lisbon have done the job here. They went behind early to a Bezara goal. and then a penalty from Suarez, and then a bizarre own goal on the stroke of half-time. And then Rio imploded in the second half. 2 red cards for Petrasso and Guilherme. Beautiful, 2 excellent strikes from either side of the penalty area from Trincao, and then Quenda right at the end. They will go into the final round of games in that second spot. So it's finished here. Rio Ave 1, Sporting Lisbon 4. I've been Joe Mills. Thank you for your company, and we'll speak to you again soon. Good night.